All right, good afternoon, everybody. As promised, I'm bringing one of the premier West Indian CPL IPL players to you, none other than Jason Holder. I have with me today. I promised you guys something big, and I'm delivering. All right, this is as big as it gets. Fans all around the world, loved by the West Indian people, loved by the Barbadian people. All right. So, Jace, again, thank you very much for coming. I chose Jason, people. I want to tell you guys because, over the years, we've had a very good relationship. Jason was my captain, obviously, when I made my debut for the West Indies, and ever since, our relationship has gone from a strength to strength. So, again, Jace, thank you for coming. I know you wanted to refuse me at the first time of asking.
Yeah, man. Good to be here, man. Of course, I can't refuse you, man.
All
As you
right.
said, um, as you said, our friendship's grown over the years, and yeah, you're obviously one of the people I hold in high regard. I enjoyed playing with you. I mean, although it was honestly short lived, but yeah, good to be on the show. And hopefully, I can add some value to it.
Yeah, all right, cheers. Thank you. So obviously the idea of the program, the show, the channel, guys, I wanted to bring to you. I want Jace, has there been something that you want to share with your fans? Something very intimate, something very personal, whether it's from your childhood or right now, anything that you feel like, you can share with the fans to let them get to know Jason Holder more that meets the eye than what they see on their television screens.
Um, yeah, a tough question, man. I'm honestly a person not really looking to let too many people into my personal life, but I guess with any professional sportsman, we all go through trials and tribulations, and for me, I had pretty much a relatively smooth transition into West Indies cricket, where I would have been through all the age group cricket, under 13, 15, 17, 19, West Indies A, and then into the West Indies senior team. But I mean, I remember I had this period in my career where I had just basically finished the academy, and before going into the academy, I had done really well in the Youth World Cup in New Zealand. And I honestly felt as though like there was a lot of talk at that time, and I honestly felt as though at that time we would have probably just walked right into West Indies team. And yeah, it was tough. The Cricket West Indies decided to send me into the academy, and at that stage I was very very disappointed because I felt as though I was ready for international cricket. Any youngster coming up, you just want to be on the big stage.
Yep, correct.
And for me, it was honestly a blessing in disguise. Um, my 2 years at the academy to me is the reason that I am the cricketer I am today. Those 2 years at the academy really helped shape my career and push me in the right direction. I didn't see it at that time, but I definitely see it now. And I must pay credit to Toby Radford, Andre Coley. We had a bit of Courtney Brown at one stage. Simon Grayson was the mental health coach, or you would say sports psychologist. Shannon Lashley, trainer, and then you had Jackie King as our physio. So, I mean, those are the people who had a real integral part in that program. And
I'm not hearing you, Jace. Hold. I don't know if you got disconnected. Can you? Yeah, I'm hearing you now. I'm hearing you now.
sorry,
Yeah, that's fine.
yeah, yeah. So, yeah, that period going into the academy was a blessing in disguise. But I felt when I finished the academy 2 years after going in, that again, I would have just walked right into the West Indies team. There were a few players who would have played for the academy um, in that period. Sorry, who would have played for West Indies during the academy and right after the academy.
Right.
And I just felt as though that transition should have been smooth for me, but I was kind of at a crossroad where I wasn't quite ready to go into international cricket, and I was still playing 18 cricket, and I was getting kind of frustrated because I felt the call wasn't coming soon enough. And I remember being involved in all the 18 series prior to that. And when I say involved, I would have played all three formats or all two formats, how many ever formats we would have been playing in each series. And I remember being selected in the Bangladesh series. And normally I would play both 40, the I would play the 4 days, sorry, the T20s and the 1 days. And this time around, I was only selected in the 3 1 days, and I was probably at a crossroad in my life where, yeah, things were seemed to be very very slow, and I was getting frustrated. And funny enough, when I had the exposure to the sports psychologist, apart from the mandatory sessions which we had in the academy, I never did any one-to-one sessions or never seek the help. I mean, I guess you're young, stupid, and naive. You think that you're mature, you made it. You think that you don't need any help from a mental standpoint. But little did I know, man, it was one of the biggest mistakes I would have made. So after the academy, luckily I was a Barbadian, and the academy was based in Barbados. And yeah, I just found myself at a crossroads. So I reached out to the sports psychologist, who was Simon Grayson. We did, this was before the 18 series, and we did some extensive work. And I must say, it was honestly the turning point for me in my career, where I got to understand so much more about myself. How I think when I'm under pressure, how I think when I'm anxious, how I am, when I'm extremely nervous, just different states of emotion and how to deal with emotion, which was really, really important. And we did a lot of exercises within that time period before the 18 series. And I went into the 18 series and I had a really good series. And I don't think I ever really looked back from that. And then luckily my call for the Westindies team came shortly after that, where Tino Best got injured in Bangladesh and I was called up to replace him in the 1 days. And unfortunately, I didn't play. Sadly, to mention all 5 ODAs in Bangladesh, but the next series to Australia is where I would have made my debut in 2013. And from then till now, I've never really looked back.
All right. I think, Jace, a couple of questions I had in my mind to ask you, but I think you covered, a lot of it in there. I want to ask you to, for the young listeners out there, young West Indian, young Barbadian, Guyanese, Trinidadian, listening in, one of a little bit of resilience, naivety sometimes kicks in, like you said. But again, like you guys, you just heard it, from one of the biggest names. You have to stuck by it. You have to stick to your plan. You have to stick to your guns. And then sometimes you have to go outside of your comfort zone, and curtail that macho-ness that you feel, and just seek professional help, seek something professional, that will enhance your game or enhance your life. So again, thanks for that, Jace. I won't keep you much longer. But before we go, anything else you want to shout out to your, Barbados Royals fans, Barbadian, West Indian fans, anything?
Um, no, I think for me, it's, yeah, I probably pretty much quite know for probably the remainder of the year. Trying to battle some stuff with the body. But yeah, I think that's all part and parcel of the game. But more or less, it's trying to understand, where you are in life and have a plan going forward. I think so many of our young people must ensure that they have some kind of plan in place, because if you don't have a plan, then there's no direction. And if you don't have any direction, then you're pretty much lost. So I think it's important for our young people to really structure their lives in a sense where they plan their lives out, and then have some processes towards that end result that you're looking for. So that's my only message to all my peoples, all my fans, and yeah, continue to support this show, and hopefully it grows bigger and bigger, and I can be back on when it's at the top of the tops.
Cheers. Thanks, Jace. All right. Very, very last. Sorry, before we go, we just came with the CPL. Obviously, Guyanese fans will be a big viewing of this, and the Warrior Nation fans. How do you find playing at Providence, against, and how do you feel the energy from the Warriors fans?
I think the Providence Stadium is easily one of the best atmospheres when it comes to CPL cricket. The fans are electrifying. They're deep into the game, and it's exactly what you want to see as a professional athlete. You step on the field, you want that audience, you want that support, and the Guyanese people really bring a good vibe and energy. I really enjoy going out to Guyana and play, and unlucky that Ghana wasn't able to do it back to back, but congrats to St. Lucia Kings, who would have won their first title.
All right, Jace. Thanks again, buddy. Thanks a million for coming on. We'll stay in contact.
No worries, bro.